Greetings, Ben Murray here with another edition of SaaS Metrics School. Today we are talking your MRR schedule could cost you billions in valuation. So first, what is an MRR schedule? And also I like to call it the customer waterfall. So when I talk about an MRR schedule, it shows revenue by month by customer. So think of a spreadsheet. Down the left, down a column, you've got your customer names, and then across the top, going left to right, you have your months. So we're showing revenue by customer by month, and that's what I call our MRR schedule. And there's so much data that comes off the MRR schedule. It's the key to the health of your recurring revenue. So how do you create an MRR schedule? Well, there are a lot of ways we can create these in Excel. We can create these with subscription management tools, with RevRec tools, but really it relies on your invoice data. So customer name, start and end date, MRR, ARR. Again, and it depends on invoice cycles. Are we invoicing annually? We've got to spread that. Are we invoicing monthly? And then we're spreading out the revenue by month for those customers based on those invoice cycles and those start and end dates. So we can do this in Excel. And one of my recent posts, I published how you can create your MRR schedule. I'll put the link in the show notes. So we've got to take that transactional data that's going from top to bottom and now spread this and convert it going left to right. And then we can plug it into our retention analysis. And then from there, we can calculate gross dollar retention, net revenue retention, and customer retention. So again, the tools to create your MRR schedule, you can use Excel templates. I've got a bunch of those where you can do that, or subscription management tools, or your RevRec engine. Now, one thing with RevRec can create havoc on your MRR schedule. We've got credit notes, we've got timing, we've got catch-ups, we've prior period adjustments, and that can really mess up your revenue retention. So just keep that in mind. And with your MRR schedule, and that's why I said this can cost you millions in valuation, it's a top due diligence data request. Now, depending on your stage, maybe your early revenue, pre-revenue, of course, there's not going to be an MRR schedule, maybe, or it's not going to have much meaning. But once you build up your company, it is a top request. And they are going to request this, and they're going to calculate their own retention numbers off your MRR schedule. And that's going to determine how they view the health and the stickiness of your recurring revenue. So again, if you have no retention calcs, no MRR schedule, hard to come up with a valuation. I've talked to some PE firms where if they can't calculate your retention that comes off your MRR schedule, it's a hard pass. They won't invest. Or if you have retention below a certain number, they're going to pass. So MRR schedule is so important for your operations, for due diligence, and the metrics that come off that MRR schedule. So if you like this episode, if you found value, please review and rate. Would love a 5-star review if you find these sessions valuable. Thanks a lot.